Hi Arcady, it's Chris Reed here from Ardor SEO, and I've put together this short video audit to show you a few of the things that you're doing great with your website and a huge potential that you have available. So the first thing I did was go over to Google and type in site colon and your domain name. And so this shows all of the pages that you have indexed in Google. And I can see here that accident attorney New York City is one of your main keywords. So that's the one that I've analyzed. So typing that into Google here, first up you can see all of the ads. So these are ad placements, and being an accident attorney keyword, they're very expensive, ranging from $100 to hundreds of dollars per click. And even if you get those converting, they just don't get that many clicks. Only about 2% of the clicks go to ads. Google would love it if it was more, because that's where they make their money. But the vast majority of people click on these organics. And unfortunately with this keyword, which does appear to be your primary keyword, you're not in the top 10. So you're not going to get any traffic from it. So what I did is I did a comparison of these guys, Selenio and Barnes, as their number one. So I figured, well, they're doing something right. So let's see why they're number one and what that actually means. So over here I've got your website. And so you're ranking for 1,900 keywords, which is a lot of keywords, but you're only generating around 300 visitors for that. And the reason why you're only generating around 300 visitors is you're just not on page one for those keywords. And there's an old joke, where's the best place to hide a dead body? On page 2 of Google, because no one's going to look there. And you can see here, like New York truck accident lawyer, you're number 13. What to do after a slip and fall accident? You're number 13. What else we got? New York truck accident attorney, number 15. New York truck accident lawyer, number 14. Like that's this keyword here, the cost per click, if you were to buy that with Google AdWords, it'd be $180 a click. So there's a huge amount. We can keep scrolling down. There's heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of keywords where you're almost like elevator accident New York, number 20. And to move forward from page 2 to page 1 is really not a lot of work, but it gives you a lot of value. But let's have a look at your competitor here. So they rank for 5,600 keywords, generating a whopping 14,000 visitors every single day. That's crazy. And these are super valuable keywords. If they were to buy them all with Google AdWords, it would cost a ridiculous $642,000. These guys are huge and getting massive, massive value. You can see like car accident attorney Bronx, they're number 1. Slip and fall injury attorney, number 1. New York accident lawyers, number 1. Like no fool lawyer, number 1. Like they're doing really well. And so how does Google know who to rank? Like why are you on page 2 for all these keywords when you clearly have the content? Otherwise you wouldn't rank at all. It's based on your authority. Google doesn't know who the best injury lawyer is in New York. All they can tell is who's talking about different lawyers. And so the more authority you have, the better you'll rank. And how you get authority is by who's linking to your website. And so if we go and have a look at your website here, we can see your authority or your trust flow is 11, which is pretty small for such a competitive niche. Like these are super valuable keywords, so it's very competitive, and 11's just not going to get you there. And that is generated by 401 referring domains. And without even looking any deeper, I can tell that there's some bad links to your website. You can see here that your trust flow, so this is basically how much link juice pushes through your website, is 36. These two numbers should be pretty much the same. If they're not the same, then there's something up. And you can usually tell because this external backlinks, how many backlinks come from those domains. So there's 13,000 backlinks coming to your website from just 401 domains. So that's certainly something I'd look into. But if we go and compare you to the competition here, we can see that they got a whooping trust flow of 42, and that's huge. And so you can see their citation flow is actually smaller than their trust flow, which is that's really good. Like if you can, most websites do not have that. If you get that, that's awesome. And you can see that their citation flow is actually the exact same as yours. And even the amount of referring domains, so they only have 567, where you've got 401. It's that they've got much more powerful domains linking to them. It's just like you don't take everyone's advice equally, right? Like if you got financial advice from a taxi driver, you're going to take it with a grain of salt. But if your buddy that works down on Wall Street gives you some financial advice, well, he might be the devil, but you're probably going to listen to him. So Google thinks that's the same with links, and it's true. So the first thing that I would do is look at doing a toxic link report, seeing which domains here you need to disavow, and then building your authority. Without touching your website, without changing any content at all, just by building your authority would move all of those keywords that you're on page 2 and 3 and 4 for up higher. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Once you look at better structure of your website and looking at your content, what content's missing, and conversion rates, like the sky's the limit. There's so much potential. Anyway, Katie, who am I? Well, that's me right there. I'm Chris Reed, the CEO and founder of Ardor SEO, and we specialize in working with lawyers just like you all around the US to make sure the people that are looking for their services find them. There's only so many people looking for an accident attorney in New York each and every month, and they either find you or they find your competition. And at the moment, they're finding your competition. We can help you make sure they find you, but not only find you, that they pick up the phone and give you a call. Because at the end of the day, we know that no one cares about search engine rankings. They care about new customers, and so that's what we focus on. So my only question for you today, Katie, is would you like me to put together a strategy to show you how we can generate thousands more visitors to your website each and every month? Well, all you need to do is click the button below this video. It'll pop up my calendar. Just pick a date and time that suits you and book in a call. Some questions I'd like you to ask yourself first, though. What's the average customer worth to you? What's the conversion rate from your website at the moment? And what would an extra 1,000 visitors a month mean for your website with like $624,000 worth of traffic? Anyway, Katie, I hope you found that useful and interesting, and I hope you'll be booking in a call so we get to speak really soon. Anyway, thank you very much for your time, and have a great day. Bye-bye.